I know it's easy to say, but I've really dedicated to working extremely hard every day for my teammates and things like that. And I think at the end of the day, it worked out for both teams. That's how I look at it. And I mean, Luka's doing really well. I feel like I'm doing pretty well as well. So all I do is try to focus on myself and my team.
Trae Young was the rookie to watch.
If I'm an NBA team and I got the #1 pick, I got to look at this kid.
Because he could be really good, but you could also see him being a backup point guard.
When he shoots it, you're shocked when it doesn't go in.
But on the NBA level, I think he'll get exposed.
Until Luka Doncic started to take over.
So I'm looking at this kid, Luka Doncic. I mean, Coach, this dude looks special, man.
He just has a good feel for the game. He's a special talent.
I think that's one of the 5 worst trades of this century.
And now it seems like a lot of people have forgotten about Trae Young. Okay, so I was making this video before this week, and now everyone suddenly remembers Trae Young, but just roll with it. What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. I definitely didn't see this coming. Trae Young had the biggest hype coming into the NBA, and then somewhere in the season, he just started slipping away from the media, even though he's definitely been worthy and is showing a specific skill that is special as a rookie. Also, we hit 150K yesterday.
Anything's possible!
So 150K giveaway coming soon. Trae Young is averaging 17.8 points and 7.7 assists this season. Let that sink in. In his rookie season on a horrible Hawks team where every NBA defense knows they have to stop one rookie and they shut down the Hawks, he's putting up those numbers. Can the man get some credit? Just this week, he dropped 36-8 in a loss against the Rockets, and he dropped 36-10 in a win against the Timberwolves. Well, there go their chances of being on the Hawks. Trae Young was put into a pretty bad situation, a team with a bad roster that is meant to lose. But then again, that is familiar to Trae Young. The Oklahoma college basketball team he was on didn't have many options to work with or top tier talent. His team was a solid team for D1 but was ranked over 30. The team was basically Trae Young and the supporting cast. None of his teammates were NBA prospects or college legends, and so the team's success largely fell on Trae Young. And he had already had doubters saying he was too small, that he couldn't defend, that he wouldn't be effective, and so Trae Young went out there and dominated, leading the nation in points and assists. Can the man get some credit? Talk about a statement. And he was possibly the most exciting college basketball player, pulling up from 40, breaking ankles, and finding teammates by creating opportunities and then capitalizing with a combination of interior passing and kicking the ball out. He was hit on defense, and while his second half of his season wasn't the best, the man averaged 27-8 in college. Every defense knew that they only had to stop Trae Young, and yet he still delivered. He was called the next Stephen Curry, probably because he was making this look regular. Like, goddamn, that's just wow. I don't even have a joke to make about that. There were still the same doubters saying that he couldn't do this in the NBA, that he couldn't score in NBA defenses, that he would be a defensive liability, plus his motor was questioned. I've made 2 videos about Trae Young. One saying that he would get exposed in the NBA because of his size, and one during the summer league in which I realized one thing. Everyone was so focused on Trae Young shooting that his best trait was kinda just forgotten. No matter if Trae Young is a bad shooter, at his core, you are getting an aggressive floor general with exceptional interior passing, a handle that gets by people, and a vision to see plays before they even happen. Trae Young wasn't shooting well in the early part of the season. His shot selection was iffy. It was as if he didn't let himself heat up and would immediately pull up from 30 without getting into a rhythm. In his first 20 games, he was shooting 24% from 3, but even then, I saw Trae Young's incredible passing. There are times when the passing is flashy, which I mean, that looks cool. That was reverse sarcasm. But more times than not, what has amazed me me is his interior passing. His ability to drive to the rim and find a big man like John Collins is so impressive because he makes passing lanes out of nothing. He's great at contouring his body and wrapping passes around the defender, and if that isn't enough, he's adept at this quick flip layup that just works. Trey reads the situation so quickly because there is no opportunity open before he drives. He is making the opportunity, reading the defense in that split second, and then making the pass. For instance, because Trey had passed to Collins by driving and wrapping the pass around Cat, Karl Anthony Towns didn't step up in this possession, and so Trey read that and did this flip shot. It's not predetermined, and that is special. He's already adjusted to the pace of the NBA. It's said that the point guard in today's era of basketball is the hardest position to learn because of how reliant an offense is on a point guard. Yet Trey fulfills the role of being a good point guard. While his usage rate is high at 26.7%, he isn't just holding on to the ball and dribbling out the shot clock. Trey moves the ball around a lot, giving it up to his teammates and then getting the ball back. Either way, that still keeps the ball moving and keeps players in a sort of rhythm, because if they see an opportunity, they can take it because they'll get the ball in their hands. He's 8th in the league in potential assists. Now, a lot of people saw Trae Young as just a shooter without realizing that he actually drives in quite a bit. He's 3rd in the league in drives per game. Yeah, Trae Young drives to the rim more than Russell Westbrook. And when that realization hits, you should realize what that means. Trae Young gets blocked a lot. What it really means is that Trae Young opens the defense up. Trey is actually a really good three-point shooter. In his past 20 games, he shot 39% from 3, and in February, he's shooting 44% from 3, but those threes haven't been normal threes. Trey is shooting about 3 feet beyond the arc at most times. In fact, Trey has shot 313 threes from 25 feet plus and shot only 42 threes from 22 to 24 feet. So Trey is stretching the defense out from beyond the three-point line, but is still putting pressure on their interior defense. That's a combination that is lethal, and he has multiple spots from where he scores from: the three-point line, the mid-range area, that floater area, and inside the paint. While his shot type might still be the same pull-up or the same scoop or flip layup, which also means he has room to grow in his scoring moves, simply being able to score from anywhere is pressure on the defense. Add to the fact that he has an impressive handle and a quick first step, which he uses to get by opponents and then slow down to read the situation, and now you're caught in no man's land, where you want to defend him out on the three but also want to prevent the drive, and that is enough for Trae Young to capitalize. He's also great at working the pick and roll, resetting if need be if there aren't any options open, and that's also one thing I like about Trey. He resets. If nothing seems to be open and there's time left, he brings the ball back out, and because he attacks early in the shot clock, he can do that. On top of all this, Trey has the most swagger out of all the rookies. He gives me the impression that he's not trying to prove that he belongs. It's more like, I'm here, what's next? Luka is the closer, the killer, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Trey perform in similar situations. Not necessarily as the last shot maker, but more of a leading a team down the stretch type of vibe. Similar to how Luka takes over down the stretch. Trey just has the attitude that he belongs, like he has the ultimate confidence in himself, which is what he's had to have his entire life as he proves his haters wrong over and over again. Trey and Luka will be linked for a long time. While I have praised Trey, I also thought the Hawks made a mistake for not getting back more for Luka Doncic, because Doncic's value at the time was higher than Trey's value at the time. So I thought the Hawks could have gotten more back. But that being said, both of these guys are balling out, and that's what I wanted. I knew that Trae Young would be effective in this league simply because he's a good passer. A lot of these rookies are actually being really effective in the league today, like DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, but no one talks about Ayton. I'm probably gonna have to make a video like Meet DeAndre Ayton, Stephen Curry with a 40-inch vertical. So people actually watched that video. I also think Trey's coach Lloyd Pierce has done a great job at being a friendly mentor for Trey, being a guide and giving him free reign, but at the same time being a coach and teaching him the game. He also said that Trae Young's most unique skill is his passing, which I agree with. Vince Carter has also been a major helping hand, and man, did I wish he dunked this. He was this close to ending Cat's career. Damn, man, he still got buckets though. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Trae Young did nutmeg DeAndre Ayton. Yeah. Anyway, Trae Young just continues to impress me, and he has. I started making this video before the whole LeBron thing got me mad, and how he was ruining team chemistry, how he wasn't playing defense, all the history in the past. Hey, at least all of our complaining got him to play clutch defense against Jrue Holiday. Although he got beat on the possession and was on the back hip of Jrue Holiday and Jrue Holiday just dribbled out on his foot, he still did play defense. So yay LeBron. And then this week I got the flu, but either way, Trey kind of forced the world to realize that he's there. But even if he has a game where he won't shoot well, which he will have, he's so valuable as a passer that it can override a bad shooting night. On top of that, the threat of him getting to the rim or pulling up is stretching the defense, and I like the confidence that he has. Maybe that's why he's called the next Stephen Curry. Partly because he has the ability to stretch the defense, partly because he drives the rim like Curry and not many people realize that, but more so the fact that he has the confidence in himself like Curry had when he was changing the league into a 3-point league. But what do you think? Is Trae Young all that? Is he in the Roy conversation? Is Trae really the next Curry, or is he gonna set a new trend? Drop a like if you like Trae Young. Come on man, just look at that 3. The Instagram shout of the day goes to Tim, and the all day notification squad shout goes to Christian Blake. Thanks for the all day support. Make sure to bell for all day notifications, and if you're not a sub, hit the subscribe button, join the all day community for more fire content, all day support. It's your boy MJ. We out.
In my spaceship, no.